The next item on our agenda tonight is the request authorization to construct a dog park shelter, and that will be presented by Dwight Curtis.
Okay, I usually have a problem with this new gizmo here, so figure out how to get it going, and I think we're good to go. Ah, we have a second gizmo. Okay. All right. Back in December of 2009, the City Council approved a Washington State University architectural class to go forward with a design-build shelter for the Moscow Dog Park. The design that was submitted is endorsed by the Friends of the Dog Park and the Parks and Recreation Commission, and it's ready for construction. We ran into some timing problems. The semester ended just about the time they were done with their design. We thought possibly we would have to wait till next spring because that's the next time this class meets. But the professor, Barnstone, was able to put together a summer class. And they actually started this last Monday. So they're already a week into their 6-week class. And so with that, we're on a fast track, and apologize that this didn't come to committee first. We just got this information, and since you had already heard a lot of this before. The cost of the shelter is about $3,000. The funds were raised by Friends of the Dog Park and donated to the city for the construction of this. The students of the class will do the construction, supervision by Professor Barnstone, oversight by the city staff, and they would start, if you approve this, immediately and be completed with the shelter by the end of June. And due to timing conflicts, of course, we weren't able to bring this information to the Public Works Finance Committee, but this had been to the Parks and Rec Commission, and they're supportive of the design. Basically, in closing of this, the project is a great example of the cooperative efforts between the government, local citizens, and our university institutions, making parks for a better community for Moscow. I'd like to show you real quick. Some of this is in your packet. I wasn't able to get this in color, but just it's kind of a neat way to look at it. But this is what the shelter would look like. An aerial view. Those are benches that you see there. Let's see if I got this part right. Anyway, those are benches, and you can see it's not exactly square or rectangular. Now this is a side view. You can see it has a little overhang, and some of the walls are clear, so they can actually watch and still be protected from the weather. Another view, still a side view. You can see the height, a little over 8 feet. This was reviewed by engineering and community development, and was approved through their plan review. Like I mentioned, it's a $3,000 project. The funds were raised by and donated by the Friends of the Dog Park. We plan to complete by the end of June, and the Parks and Recreation Commission recommends approval of this.
Thank you, Dwight. I do want to note the presence of some of the Friends of the Dog Park, and we thank you for all your hard work and your generosity for this really neat project. And are any of you willing to field questions that the council members have? Any of you? Anybody ready? I saw a couple of heads bob, so okay. Council members, how would you like to proceed? Thanks, Wayne. Yes.
A question for staff. A $3,000 structure, does that require a building permit that we may need to waive?
It does require a permit, and we've discussed that, community development, and that permit fee will be waived for that small donated structure.
Okay, so that's already been done, council doesn't have to do it?
Nope.
Tim?
I would move that we approve the construction of the dog park shelter.
Second.
Okay. We have Tim's motion and Tom's second. Any other discussion? Sue?
I just had a question. I'm not really good at reading these plans, but is the south facing is blocked off because that's where the most rain comes from? I mean, is it open, is the benches open facing south? I had trouble
Want
after
to answer
the,
that?
I was just, I mean, you can build it, however you like, however, when the rain's coming in under eaves from the south. I was just thinking, that's the open side. it might not
This
be.
is Scott Smith. He's with Friends of the Dog Park, and he's been working
Oh,
with
good.
Professor
I can't tell from
Barnstone.
these drawings specifically what the south side looks like.
Those southern walls of the structure that you see there are actually corrugated steel.
Oh, so it does block the rain.
So it's not only a weather block, it's also a visual block.
Great.
The interior walls are glass. They're blue glass, actually, that was donated to the project.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
I was just wondering if Minnie can fit in there, but that's another story. Okay, so we do have a motion and a second on the floor. And hearing no other discussion, then we'll start this roll call vote with you, Walter.
Aye.
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 That motion carries unanimously. Sounds like we're underway. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody, for your work on that.